Well, good morning and welcome into the Real Monica Adams Show. We are live in Kirkwood, and if you are new to the show, you don't realize that we are always moving and shaking. It's the mobile Monica version of the Real Monica Adams Show, which means we come to you live from where I personal train. You know, my dream was always to bring my fitness, my fashion, and the show all together. Well, after 30 years, I walked away from TV. It was exactly a year ago when I woke up for the very first time, not at 1:30 in the morning. After 30 years, I woke up, I did my normal pattern of making my protein shake, but it was beautiful to just be able to sit there and immerse myself in calmness and not the negativity and the stress and the craziness of the way my life had been. So yesterday was my final day at Channel 5 1 year ago. And then we started building the dream. So I encourage each and every one of you, if you have a dream, you have passion, go ahead and take that leap. It's exciting to see what's on the other side. So here we are. It's got to chill. Here we are today, the beginning of the second year of the Real Monica Adams brand. So if you don't know, we personal train right here at Mark Anthony's Gifts and Spa. You see behind me, the experience is underway. The true experience is here. And that's the fashion side. So I style here for men and women over at Christopher's. And then we do personal training, semi-private training. 3 of the girls just left. They got their workout in already. They're ready to take on the world this morning, choosing their word of the day, their intentional word today. Mine was drive, right? Change the world, drive to do just that. But I can't do it alone. We do it with all of you. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Kathleen. Good morning to Leona. That's right. If you're new to the show, please pop on. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me if you are a first-time viewer and how you found the show, because I want to thank all those people who are spreading the word. We're not just in Missouri and Illinois, but this show is now being spread all throughout the United States and in other countries as well. And that's what we wanted. When I stepped away, it was not just a little bit of a dip into the ocean, but a full-on splash. Let's change the world together. So it's you watching the show and it's you spreading the word, sharing and liking and following our stream. So we do this Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. on Facebook and on YouTube. So for those that you have family members and friends that aren't on Facebook, that's okay. Tell them they can watch on YouTube as well. So news you can use forecast wise. I told you we'll be keeping an eye on the forecast as we head into the weekend. It was about 45. It was actually really nice. I took the dogs for about a 45-minute walk yesterday, and I told you get out and do the exercise in the afternoon. Kind of the same today, a mixture of sun and clouds and about 43 for your high. We're going to dip down into the mid-20s tonight. Tomorrow, and pretty much for the next several days, expect for highs to be in the low to mid-40s. But here's the pattern I want you to watch for. On Friday evening into Saturday, there is going to be a system that we are watching. Could it be rain? Could it be snow? It all depends. Temperature-wise, it's going to be right into that area where we could see some snow. But the forecasters are not saying much accumulation. If anything, it might just be sloppy and slick as you are heading out. So be aware of that if you're making plans Friday night into Saturday. It could be rain, it could be snow. We'll be watching that as we get closer and closer and it becomes more definitive. I also heard Apple shares dropped by about 3.5%. What does that mean? Not a whole heck of a lot of attention on the iPhone 15, which is really interesting for analysts and the business side. I, however, say this. When it comes to marketing, which is a huge part of business, I was looking at the pictures of the iPhone and all of the promotional aspect and all the commercials. And to me, there was nothing really fancy and sexy about it. It didn't make me want to go, oh, got to go get that. I have the iPhone 14 Plus, which is amazing for our field because the pictures, I mean, they've done full-on documentaries and movies on this. Like literally Hollywood has used an iPhone 14 Plus to show that they can put together an entire movie on something like this. The iPhone 15, they were doing the commercials and I was like, I don't understand. What's changed? So I wasn't shocked to hear that the shares for iPhone went down. Other things that you can use from a news standpoint, watch out on Facebook because there is a scam going on. So I want you to spread this to your parents and your grandparents. They're trying to get you to click on a link that says that the government's giving you checks for about $6,000. It is not true. What's going to happen is if you click on that link, it takes you to another, and they're just trying to get information from you, like Social Security information, all of your personal information. Do not click on that. So what did I tell you? I will always give you the news that you can use. I can tell you that if things happen bad in the world, then I'm going to try to find a solution with you to make it a better place. And you know how we always end the show. If you've been watching for the last year, it's about kindness and spreading that to each and every person. Good morning, Kathy and Sean. Tracy, hi, how are you? That's a new name for me. Are you a new viewer of the show? If so, Thank you. Tell me where you found it, organically, or did someone tell you about the show? And where are you watching from? Because I'd like to know just how far our reach is. Today, we're going to talk with a very special young lady. Her name is DeLaney, and we're talking about something she started back in 2018. And of course, like many in the world in 2020, you had to back off a little bit. She did as well, but then it was full steam ahead again. She's involved in an organization. I want you to look into this. It's called Souls for Souls. So the first is SOLES, souls, like the soles of our shoes, for the souls. We're going to ask her all about the organization, how she got involved. And as we say to each and every one of you, it's never about just you, right? It's an entire team. She wouldn't be able to do what she's doing if it wasn't for the help of her friends, if it wasn't for the help of businesses, and everybody stepping up to make a difference in our world. Yes, Souls for Souls. Thank you, Michelle. So Michelle is moderating for us and putting the website. So there you can click on so that you can find out more about it. Good morning, Carrie. Laura Kaufman, good morning to you. Where are you watching from? It looks like another new name for us. And before I go to the break, I just think this is hilarious. My friend Dot sent this to me and I was like, oh, she always wants to know, everybody always wants to know, is this a particular day, a day of this, a day of that? There's always a national or an international this or that. She sent this to me. This is going to make all of you crack up because it's not just today. Many times we'll say, oh, it's National or International Drink Wine Day. Look at this one. She sent this last night. National Wine Day, January 1st to December 31st. That is a riot. All right, everybody, have fun with that one. When we come back, we're going to take a quick break and we are going to have DeLaney right here with me. You know, when I'm on set, I say in the blue chair. Well, this one's going to be, if you can see this, actually, let me let you can see this a little bit wider. In the leopard chair. You know I love my animal prints. DeLaney will be joining me in the leopard chair when we return. You do not want to miss this. She will inspire you. Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online envitahealthandwellness.com. Welcome back. Hey, thanks for joining us. We are live. DeLaney is with me. DeLaney, what's your last name? Brawley, right? Yep. Okay, want to make sure that was right. It's what I said in the description. So we're going to talk about Souls for Souls and how it all started. We're going to get a little background on her, and we're going to tell you how you can help out the organization and more so really help out our entire world. Good morning, Marilyn. Good morning to Pamela. Thanks for tuning in. So first of all, just tell us a little bit about you. How old are you?
So I am 15 years old.
And where do you go to school?
I go to Oakville High School.
Oakville High School. Okay, so what grade would that be?
I'm a sophomore.
Oh, so sophomore already. All right, fantastic. Glad to have you with us. And I want to thank Todd Michaels, who is a very dear friend of mine. Hi, Hot Toddy, when you watch this. Todd is in Las Vegas, but he and I used to work together when I was at WIL, which that's where we met. We became fast friends, best friends, love him to this day. That was 20 plus years ago. And so he is your... Uncle. Okay. So Uncle Todd, thank you for introducing me to this wonderful young girl. So you'll be seeing people making comments and questions. And if anybody has any questions for her. So Jenny Weidman, good morning. Julie Purcell, good morning. Raymond Carsberg, good morning to you. Orlando Van Hook, Pamela Miller, everybody's tuning in. Stephanie Newbill, good morning. Watching from Minnesota, coming back to St. Louis on Saturday. Fantastic. Thank you for that. So Uncle Todd introduced us to this beautiful young girl. She is a mover and a shaker, and this is why. She got involved with an organization before Souls for Souls. And so it was quickly during the pandemic trying to find another one because, like many, the business is shut down. But let's go back to the beginning. Your first organization you worked with was what?
Schumann Water Projects.
Schumann Water Projects, which was actually here in St. Louis?
Yes, it was. It was founded here.
Okay, so how did you find out about them?
We actually had a neighbor who knew about this project, and she actually introduced it to us when I said I wanted to do some sort of project with shoes.
So why did you want to do a project with shoes?
We were cleaning out our garage when I was in 5th grade, and we had so many shoes, mostly my mom's. And so we were just gonna give them to Goodwill or something. And I asked her, I was like, "Is there somewhere else we can give them to?"
Yeah.
And so she reached out to a couple of our neighbors, and one of them gave us the Schumann Water Projects, and we immediately knew we were going to do it.
And so that particular organization started back in the mid-90s, right?
Yes.
1994, I think we looked into. But unfortunately, that went belly up. Yes. So you went from the Schumann Water, and then what was the next one?
Souls for Souls.
Okay, so it was then Souls for Souls. Yes. So Souls for Souls was started in Tennessee. And so how did you find out about Souls for Souls?
Well, after we didn't know at first that Schumann Water Project shut down, mm-hmm. and we had already started collecting again for that year. And then we tried to contact them and found out they were done, and we had all these shoes in our house, and we were like, what do we do with them now? So my mom was looking on everything, trying to find a new thing for us to find, and luckily we found Souls for Souls, because most of them were only tennis shoes, and we had all different types of shoes. So, but once we found Souls for Souls, we were like, yes, that's it. And
well, that's what I was going to ask, because one of my clients, as she was leaving, she's like, oh, is it just tennis shoes? No. It's a shoe with a sole, which hopefully they all have. So besides the shoes, which you've been doing, they also do clothes?
Right? Yes, they do.
But you're collecting shoes.
We personally only collect shoes, but they collect any clothing items and shoes.
Okay, if you're just tuning in, we're talking to DeLaney Brawley. She also brought somebody with her, because it takes a team, doesn't it, DeLaney?
Yes, it does.
So it was so cute, because her mom is here also in the background. We might show everybody. Kelly's here, and she's like, she really wants to bring some of the people with her. And I said, sure, it's just limited space that we have. Otherwise, I would have loved to have brought everybody along. You're into your 6th year of doing this?
Yes, I am.
And so you've had a lot of people that have helped out. What do you want to say to everybody that's helped?
I am so thankful, because I really could not have gotten this as far as I have without all my friends helping me. We have reached so many different people throughout the years, just because we've gone to everyone's subdivision. Everyone's made their own letter so we can get it out and spread the word even quicker. Yeah,
so letter-wise, we're going to look at different pictures as we go through this. So let's kind of break these down. Obviously, we're showing different people from year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all spread out, and a ton of different people that have stepped up to help DeLaney. We're going to tell you how you can help out as well. But the letters, tell me about the letters.
So every year I make up a new letter that describes everything what the shoe project is about, and we staple them to just grocery bags, and me and my friends go around and tie them to every single door in our neighborhoods to get the word out.
And so it's kind of like, let's talk about this. For a lot of you get these bags. Maybe they're attached to your mailbox, or they, hopefully, if it's not too windy of a day, they're usually on your door or something like that, from the Girl Scouts, the Boy Scouts, different organizations. So is that where you got the idea? This is how,
Yep.
That's smart.
It's because I personally don't really have a platform to get it out. And so we were like, how do
you do now, girl?
Now I do. But when we first started, we were like, how do we get the word out? How do we get people to donate?
Yep.
And that was our first idea. We were like, go around and put stuff on people's doors. Let everyone know.
Everybody, so I will say this, Todd has told me about her. We've been actually trying to get this going for a little while. We almost didn't have it for you today, because this one had what? Pink eye?
Pink eye, and then I rubbed my eyes too much, and so I was basically blind. Yep.
So her mom called yesterday feverishly saying, oh my gosh, I hope we don't have to change. And I said, if you do, we'll switch it to Friday. It doesn't matter. I just wanted her to be okay, which look at you. Look at this beautiful smile on her face. She has this aura about her. Why? Because she's giving back to the world. And I'm telling you, when you all made your resolutions, if you didn't make one of them to volunteer and to make a difference, you need to add that to your list. And hey, we're only 3 days in. It's Wednesday, January 3rd, and it is just the beginning of a brand new year for you to do that. What do you feel in your heart and your soul when you do something like this?
It's just so heartwarming. I don't know. It just feels so good to give. and just have this like knowing I can help people out.
Absolutely. So here's what's funny. When my husband sees this, he's already going to say, DeLaney, we've got so many shoes for you because Monica needs to get rid of shoes. Anyone who knows me knows I love fashion. And yes, I literally just told him, can we just make one closet filled with shoes? He's like, no, everyone that you bring in, get one out. So we've all been there when you said mainly the majority of them have been in your mom's. So how many have you collected? Do you know how many you've collected over the years?
10,000. We didn't start counting until we got to Souls for Souls. So I don't know for sure, but for sure over 10,000 pairs of shoes.
Okay, do you know, breaking down, like, because we always have growth every time we're doing something new year after year after year. Yeah. Your very first year, do you remember how many you collected?
I don't know how many pairs, but we collected 189 trash bags. And that was actually our smallest year. Our first year was it keeps getting bigger every year.
Yeah, look at all those trash bags. So from a truck standpoint, do you have a business that stepped forward to kind of help out with that, or Souls for Souls do that? How do they do that?
Well, in the beginning, Shoe Crew, they did provide a truck for us, but Souls for Souls does not. So we normally just, all my friends, we find whoever has trucks and stuff. Like my dad has a truck. Okay. And we just get all the cars that we can to load it up and bring it to the warehouse.
Well, some of those look like they might be like a moving truck. Have you had those as well?
That was for Shoe Crew.
That was for Shoe. Okay, fantastic. So we're looking at all this. Are these people that are from your school, your neighborhood? Where are you getting all the help from?
Yeah, most of them are from my school. They're mostly just my friends, and then some siblings of my friends have come and helped too. And like anyone we can reach out to who wants to come and help with us.
And we said you're into your 6th year. Yeah. So are you getting help from all different ages, all different grades?
We've had like 5-year-olds coming and helping with their parents just to help us load up the trucks and stuff. And then we've had like my older sister's like 22 now, and so they all like ages all over.
So your older sister, has she helped you from the beginning?
Oh, yes.
That a girl.
Both of my sisters have helped me.
How many siblings do you have?
2.
You have 2. Okay, so all girls, a lot of estrogen in the family. If you're just tuning in, it is 7:16 in the morning. We're talking to DeLaney Brawley, and we're talking about the Souls for Souls organization. And again, Michelle dropped it in the comments. So for all of you, and if you're watching on my business page, because that's usually where she moderates, you can just scroll back and click on it, and you can find out more about it. If you're on my personal page right now, I keep telling everybody, thank you very much for watching. But if you want to comment or you want to see the comments, I would go over to my Monica Adams journalist page. Make sure you always follow that one, subscribe and follow. Everyone always says, where are you talking to these people? I'm like, the other page. Go to the other page. And for all of you on YouTube, thank you as well. Catherine Shipley, thank you for tuning in. And Michelle says, what an impressive young lady and team. That's right. Lizzie Lombardo, are these people that you know, these names?
I do not.
Wow, we've got a lot of new people then. Amazing, and good morning to Lizzie. Kathy, good morning to you. Michelle she said she'll keep dropping the link for you. Awesome job. So here's the thing, DeLaney, before we're going to take a break and then we're going to bring another one of your friends in. What's the easiest way for people to help you out?
I mean, just donating shoes or like help, like if they want to come and help, like they can help tie bags or spread the word. Just tell anyone they want to get the word out to.
And you just started this back up again in December, didn't you?
We're starting now.
Or you are right now?
Yeah,
oh, you just
we're
now
about
are.
to start. Yep.
Okay, so we're going to break it all down for you. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to bring in Sydney, right? Which, by the way, if I had a child, I was going to name my child Sydney. When I wasn't blessed with children, I wanted to name my dog Sydney. And I'll tell you why, by the way, Sydney, why we didn't get a dog named Sydney. I'll tell you why. We'll take a quick break. We'll have both girls coming up next. Think about this. When's the last time you called your doctor at 2:00 in the morning and he actually answered? Well, at Innovair Health Advocates, their patients are special. Their doctors, nurse practitioners, their care team care deeply about your health, your family, your work, and even your pet. Their clinicians are accessible and they lead your care in and out of the hospital. In fact, Dr. Charles Willie offers his cell phone number to his patients to ensure they can intervene early in your illness. They can provide care above and beyond, offering lab, x-ray, echocardiogram, and other treatments in their office. Innovair Health Advocates with 5 locations on both sides of the river. Check them out, innovairhealth.com.
That was so fun.
And welcome back. I told you we're just going to keep multiplying. If you're just tuned into the Real Monica Adams show, we are live in Kirkwood. All the dogs are out being walked. There's exercising. You know, we have the hats here at Mark Anthony's, the little beanies with the lights. A lot of you that do the early morning walking, think about that. Stop into the store, pick one of those up. You all wanted to take one home, didn't you? I know, it's very cool. It's very, very cool. So this is, again, DeLaney Brawley, and then Sydney Weidman is joining us. So Sydney, I went to Australia with my husband for our second anniversary. And when we came back, we got a new puppy. And I was like, I've always loved Australia. And I said, I think let's name the dog Sydney. Well, here's the reason why.
Oh, gosh.
My husband got sick and got the Australian flu. And he was the worst when we were in Sydney. So he was like, I don't want anything to remind me of Sydney. And I'm like, okay, fine. So we went to Adelaide, Australia. So her name's Adelaide.
Oh, that's
so we
cute.
still did it in Australia, but he's like, he goes, I liked it. He's like, but that was my favorite. So yes, Sydney. Otherwise I would have had a dog named Sydney. But what a beautiful name. Is it spelled like Sydney, Australia?
Yeah, I think that's where my
SYD?
mom got the name from, actually.
Of course.
So.
See, absolutely. Okay, so we're talking about the Souls for Souls project, which again originated in Tennessee. And then she was able to get on board with them and start collecting. They collect, I should say, shoes, but the organization also collects clothes. So there's a lot of things. So when you think, and I love that you did that, DeLaney, because I say the same thing. Everybody always goes, oh, well, let's go. Nothing against Goodwill, but there are so many other organizations.
Yes.
And is that why you thought, like, everybody's doing this?
Because we had so many, we were also cleaning out our entire garage. So we had a bunch of other things we were giving away. And I was like, well, all of this is just going to one place. And then my dad was like, well, we could split it up a little bit. But I was like, what if there's like another organization I could find that needs this more than others do?
See, we need our youth. They're so creative and so forward thinking. So when did you, Sydney, get involved to do the help with her?
Just this year.
Oh, just this year. Okay. Yeah. So have you two been friends for a little while? Or?
Yeah.
So how come you didn't help before? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So what kind, you are figuring me out. I'm a big goofball. What kind of fulfillment do you get in helping not just her and everyone else, but helping the organization?
I think it's really nice just to be able to like reach out to like the community. It was nice to like be able to go around in my neighborhood and like just get around, like get to people's houses and like see how many people actually wanted to give, because I didn't know like the actual numbers. I know she gets a lot, but like I didn't know if like a lot of people would be interested in giving me shoes. And I got so many like people saying like, hey, I'm interested in like inquiring and like bringing shoes to my house. It was really nice to connect like in my neighborhood with people.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, we always wonder, and this is one thing I always want to tell everybody. This is from the life coaching side of Monica. It is, you never know unless you ask. You just have to speak, right? And find your voice. And if they don't want to, so what? You don't get your feelings hurt by it. Yes. You just know there's a lot of other people that want to help with that. So it's very fulfilling. So if somebody wants to help out DeLaney, they want to help doing the bag tying, putting helping with the letters and maybe doing it in their own area, do they reach out to you, or how can they help with you?
They can reach out to my mom.
Okay. What's the best way for us to reach out to Kelly?
Facebook or
Facebook?
Yeah.
Kelly Brawley?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Kelly Dahlman Brawley. Dallman.
Dallman. Okay, Kelly Dallman Brawley. We can do it that way, or I don't want to have all of it coming to me, but I could probably pass it along just in case you forget. But we'll be dropping that in for you. Linda says, "Way to go, Julie." Hi, Tony. Good morning to you. Good morning. What a bright, cute young lady. Such a joy to see her and her friends reaching out to our community. It's awesome seeing the younger generation volunteer and run a great organization. Very well spoken and uplifting to see. See, I love that. What a remarkable young lady and team. Keep up the amazing work. Cecib Mahoney. Is this name? Cece? Okay. I was going to say, I'm seeing a bunch of names. So thank you all. Thank you, by the way, because this is how we do it. I always talk about how do we get more and more and more, and it is by remarkable people coming on the show and uplifting. So thank you, Jenny Weidman. We got some sweet notes from people who donated shoes. Is this Mom?
Yes.
Hi, Mom. Proud mother. So men and women, boys and girls, all ages. So your youngest that you've had help was 5?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the oldest because that's not fair. But we do want to thank, what was the Realty group?
Laura McDonald Realty.
Laura McDonald Realty had donated
van,
truck?
use
A
of
van?
a moving truck
In the past?
this past year.
Oh, okay, perfect. So you're just getting started. So are the letters just going out to people?
We haven't started quite yet. We're gonna start in like a few days, and so we're gonna start putting the letters out.
Okay, so from the beginning to collecting all of it, what kind of a time frame does that all happen in?
It changes a lot, but normally like 3 to 4 months.
3 to 4 months. Oh, wow. Okay, so a lot of us can help out. So the other part of New Year's resolutions, and it's something we're going to talk about next Monday. You heard Dr. Willie yesterday said he's going to talk about order, which is one of the 13 virtues of Benjamin Franklin. We talked about resolution yesterday. We're going to talk about order. And I said, does order have to do with getting things in order and organization? He said, yes. Organization should be one of our resolutions. And when we organize our homes, we find all these shoes around that we could use and that they could use and to help out. So you, in a 3, 4, 5 month time period, you're putting the letters out, and then you're getting the shoes, you're getting them all tied up, and then how do they get to the organization?
So there's normally like a drop-off place where we bring all the shoes to, and so we put them all. We haul all the bags into trucks and moving vans just to haul it all there.
Okay, we're going to break down some of this again. I mean, we're looking at some of these trucks. Look at all these bags, folks. I mean, it just keeps growing and growing. Does it get to a point where you're just like shoving bags in and you're like, next truck, next truck, next truck? So I will tell you this from a business standpoint, for those of you that are out there watching, if you have maybe a moving company, you want to donate that, you want to help out in any way, please do so. Are these some of the businesses that have helped? Okay, let's run through these. Let's have them do this back and forth. Why don't you do the left column? You do the right column. It's kind of like when I do MC work and we have sponsors to thank because you can't do it without. So yeah, I wanted to definitely give you an opportunity to say thank you from 2018 to now for people and businesses that have helped out.
So we want to say thank you to Vision Care Consultants, OHS, Aligned Media, OMS, Forder Elementary, Point Elementary, Beasley Elementary, Avery Alumni Community, Aviary.
Aviary. Okay.
Community of Christ in Kirkwood, New England Village, Royal Point Subdivision, Greymont Subdivision.
Sydney, it's your turn.
Estates at Arrowhead, Personal Assistant Services, Oakbriar Meadows Subdivision, Kings Ridge Subdivision, Ascension St. Francis Hospital in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
Winchester Subdivision, Bridgeview Subdivision, Mercy Hospital, Med-Surg, and ACU Therapy Services, and Sunrise Heights Subdivision.
So Kelly is mom, and she's here in the background. These particular businesses, did they help out from a financial standpoint, or?
No, they actually held a donation bin like at their place, and got the word out to everyone to bring in more shoes.
Okay, so that's what I want to know is how we can all help. 1, our shoes. 2, maybe financial. That would help out. You can give a financial donation. 3, if you're a business and you've got access to trucks, where are you getting all the bags from?
We just buy them.
Well, that's where financial money could help out. Yep.
A warehouse, yeah.
Okay.
If like we need somewhere to store the shoes, because recently we've just been storing them in our house, and with hundreds of shoes in our house, it's a little crowded.
I was going to say probably thousands. I mean, look at this. We're going to look through these bags again. These are all the help. Let's break down some of these pictures because we were looking and trying to figure out how many years. Is this kind of the beginning? I mean, you all look tiny there.
This was our very first year. So we didn't even have that many bags of shoes, but it was still a lot for us because we didn't know how many we would end up getting in these years now.
So they're just getting ready to start right now, and they will have. So when will you get those letters out?
Probably within the next 2 weeks, maybe.
Okay. So look out for those, and they are mainly you're sending the letters out in the South County area. Oakville, right? In the Oakville area. But if somebody wants to help out, and let's make this even bigger than ever, because I love this show. When you said you didn't have a platform before, you didn't, but now you do. And maybe we could do this on a yearly basis, and we can load these trucks up. We can have more and more of these trucks packed up. I'd love to see a moving company or maybe like a storage unit that maybe you own. Spread the word to people that you know that might have access to something like that so they can help out these girls and these boys to be able to do the work that they're doing. What are these signs you're holding up here on the top left?
So those normally go in like the schools that help us. So like students can read them in businesses like too, and get the word out quicker.
Yeah, that's what we needed. So that's, this platform, we've got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that watch this show and spread the show. So this is one of those shows I really ask for you to take and to share. So all of your friends and family and moms and dads that are watching, do us a favor. Make sure that you take this and just put it on to your social pages, because some people may not know that your wonderful children are doing this work. I mean, look at all of them. So mainly the kids that are helping you out, Sydney and DeLaney, they're from your school district?
Yes.
Do you have any other school districts that are helping? Do you know?
Well, we have a lot of schools that are helping, but not really any
same
students
district?
from other schools. I don't really know that many people.
How about
so-
we get a little rivalry going from district to district? That would
That
be
would be
cool,
good.
right?
That
Come
would
on,
be
we're
good.
going to come up with creative things. All of you that are watching, have any other ideas for them of what we can do? So let's see. Yes, Terry said, I missed the very beginning. Are these old, gently used, or new shoes? I have shoes to give.
Any shoes in decent condition, as long as they're not like ripping apart and like breaking, then it doesn't matter what type of shoe.
So make sure they have a sole on them, okay?
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's what happens. Soles just kind of flop off. Throw those away. So yes, and let's see. Nice job, young ladies, from Pamela. Julie says, I have shoes. Well, I think a lot of us do, and that's the thing. It's insane, the bags of shoes that they had at their house. That's what Jenny says. That's what her mom says.
They're like taller than them.
I was going to say, where are all these shoes going?
It's just a mountain of shoes.
Yes. So the other part, we were reading through all the names of the businesses that have been host sites. We need more of those. So because again, they don't want thousands and thousands of shoes at the house. It gets a little hard to say, where are my kids? They're over there somewhere.
Behind the shoes.
Do you have businesses lining up already to be host sites for drop off yet?
No,
So we're just
do not.
starting
We're
that,
looking
right?
For
Yes.
the actual warehouse that used to hold all of the
Come over
shoes.
here, Kelly.
All right, sorry.
Peek your head in. Here's Mama
So-
Kelly Brawley.
Hello.
Say again.
So the warehouse where the shoes were always taken, when we would finish our drive of say 2,500, 3,500 shoes,
Yeah.
we would take them to a warehouse. Once they had 10,000 pairs, a truck would come get them all.
Uh-huh.
That warehouse is no longer available.
Ah,
So right now, St. Louis has no space
wow.
for up to 10,000 pairs of shoes.
Okay.
And so
We do somewhere. I know you all do.
Yeah, I know my grandpa, when he owned his own company, had
Yeah.
a huge warehouse, and I would say 70% of it was unused. So kind of hoping that
Yeah.
someone, and this would be for the entire Souls for Souls company, organization, charity,
on an
that-
annual basis?
if possible.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. So not just during this 3-4
Right,
month
right.
period. Okay. So anybody know that? I mean, there's a lot of warehouses that are out there. There's a lot of businesses that have open space. Might as well fill the space and give back to the community. So I'm going to tell you right now, I know you're just starting, but where would you like me to drop the many shoes that I'm going to be giving you?
Oh my
To
goodness.
you?
Yeah. We
Until
can
we
come
get a
pick
warehouse.
Up.
Yeah.
Yes, we can come pick up. And that's, yes.
You may want to keep some. What size you wear, because you
I
might
know,
be like,
right?
I don't know. These
Yeah.
are cute.
We have tiny feet, so
Then it's not gonna work.
It doesn't work real well, which I guess is good when we see cute shoes because they rarely fit us.
Yes. So if you have shoes, and this is men, women, boys, girls, all sizes.
High heels, tennis shoes, flip flops.
Yeah, I don't want you all to think
boots.
just tennis shoes. We're talking
Right.
all kinds. So you have now given me exactly where my shoes are going to, which is why I love this. So look, for all of you, I'm learning about a lot of the things today as well. I knew about the organization, but didn't realize how far reaching that they have been. Do you know if there are other people in our specific area doing what you're doing, or
I do
just
not
you?
know if
Rebecca, the lady who was kind of locally in charge here.
Uh-huh.
Her and her children have been doing it,
Okay.
but we, I guess, are taking over.
Ah!
Yeah, so
Of course. I mean, how do you say no to these faces? I was just going to say, who owns or who knows who owns a storage unit, et cetera. Yeah, reach out to your friends to see if they want to volunteer a storage unit and pay it forward. Absolutely. So to me, that's what I wanted to do with this show. So I know that there are a lot of people who say, hey, I don't have shoes or I don't have a business, but can I possibly make a donation? Yes, because then that will help with a lot of the financial aspect of what they need. So that's why I want you to share this. Terry says, I have a bag of shoes already. I will, because I am going through everything. So what if people, if they had clothes, they would just just want to give directly to the national organization?
Yes, unfortunately, that
you're
we
just doing
can't do
shoes.
both.
Well, until you get a
space-wise,
warehouse, what if you got a warehouse donated? Then you could.
Yeah, we would have to check with them because we've never done that avenue of it, so we
Supposedly.
really aren't aware of how.
Look
that
at I'm
works.
making them do more
But,
work.
Yeah, hey,
But
we're already doing it.
You've been doing it since 2018. We always have growth, and everything is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So if there's a warehouse, I think it opens up an opportunity for so much more.
Right.
The actual clothing aspect. But right now, shoes that Delaney and Sydney and Kelly and everybody is doing. Michelle said, I receive a lot of shoes donated to the Rockwood School District Boutique, but I can't use them for our needs, so I will be sure to keep them aside for you until you get warehouse space. No, you don't even need to wait until the warehouse space. You get them to them so that they can get it. When do you do the big delivery, I guess, to Souls for Souls?
Well, we've always done it to the local warehouse once we were done. So about 3 to 4 months after our collection.
But right now there's not a warehouse.
There's no warehouse.
So where will you be?
The warehouse, they will not send a truck to pick up until we have 10,000 pairs.
Okay.
So we've done, every year it's gotten bigger. Last year was over 3,500 that just these kids collected.
Right.
Year before was a little over 2,500. So probably, with everybody dropping off at that warehouse, if we get warehouse space, I would say 6 months. Hopefully we would be able to easily get 10,000 pairs.
You might have about 50 coming from me. I don't know. Between myself, my mother, I'm going to be spreading the word to all my family and friends. Obviously, hopefully they watch this show first and they will see that we need your assistance. So we're just getting started. Will you come back and tell me how things are coming along as we go into the next several months? And then we can keep pushing out and saying that we need more and more and more. Hopefully by then we've had businesses that will have stepped up, financial donations that will have come in. And then maybe, just maybe, somebody has a warehouse space for us where we can help these kids be able to continue to do what they do on an even larger scale. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at more of your comments. But I also want to know any kind of wish list, where want to go with this. I mean, look, they just are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So your way of helping out, we'll give you all of that. 7:36 on January 3rd. I'll give you the forecast again when we return. Hi, it's Monica Adams. Thank you so much for following along with The Real Monica Adams Show since we launched back in March. But I wanted to let you know there's so much more that I could do with you, your business, your corporation. Did you know that I'm a motivational speaker all around the world, as well as an MC and an auctioneer? So if you have an event, maybe a nonprofit organization, and you want to book me, just shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Personal training, life coaching, and styling as well. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. All of our sponsors, just like we were saying with the girls, we couldn't do life without you. So we thank each and every one of you that have been a part of our show in 2023. And those that are carrying over into 2024 include this woman right here, Kathy Kilo Peterson. You want to talk about a person who has a huge heart giving back to the world? That's one of them. She and her entire team have over 100 years of experience in the insurance agency. One of the greatest things I ask you, though, is the people who support us, I need you to support them. It's as simple as this. Call this phone number, 636-561-6460. Why? All you need to do is pick up the phone and say, Kathy, would you look at my policy? Maybe there are things in my policy that I don't need. Maybe there's things I do need that I'm missing out on that I need for coverage when it comes to the horrible times that happen. And they do. Here we have ice coming, snow coming. We have horrible storms, tornadoes that move through our area. When those things happen, something happens to your home or your automobile, etc. You need help, and you need it from a person who truly cares. Well, Kathy Kilo Peterson is absolutely just one of the A+ people that I've ever met. kkilo.com. Again, it's 636-561-6460. If you're just tuning in, it's the Real Monica Adams Show, the mobile Monica version from North Kirkwood and Jefferson. We're at Mark Anthony's Gifts and Spa. And before I give you the forecast, don't you love this store?
Yes.
They walked in.
There's so many fun things. We walked in and we were looking at everything.
Kelly, watch out. They want to take several things out. Are Beanie Babies really popular still with a lot of the younger kids that you know?
Not really.
Not really.
See, I hear that they've made this comeback, but I don't know. They're sitting here.
Yeah.
Beanie Babies were a thing when I was younger, and I think we were supposed to hang on to them. They were supposed to be worth something, but yeah, I don't know. These Beanie Babies are crazy looking with their
They're so
eyes.
cute.
Their eyes are huge. You like that
Yes.
cow? So here, we can hand that to me. So if you all haven't seen the way the Beanie Babies are now, and then can you give me the one next to it? Because that's how Beanie Babies used to look. No, the ones with the smaller eyes. These Beanie Babies look at those huge eyes, but this is how a Beanie Baby used to be. Little baby eyes. See, it's called growth. That's what we're talking about today, is being able to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Forecast wise, you like snow?
No.
Kind of.
So kind of no. I agree with the no, except for if it's only on the grass.
Yes.
And it's pretty to look at.
Yes.
And I actually would like it to fall on Christmas Day and then go away.
Mhm.
Is that right? Okay, a lot
Yes.
of people say yes to that. I do like to ski. So if you've never been to Hidden Valley, I think we need to do a mobile Monica at Hidden Valley. Have you ever skied at Hidden Valley? Have you ever been there? Oh, Mom, you need to take her. She'll have a blast. Have you been?
I have not.
Kelly, you need to bring her. All right. How about Aunt Monica brings you?
Yes.
It is so much fun. Todd, when you come in, let's take
come on,
your
Uncle Todd.
niece. Yes, it's so much fun. But I'll say this. If you have natural snow, obviously it's much better because it gets kind of like a sheet of ice because it's man-made out there. It's so cool. And they also have snowboarding, and then they have tubing. Yeah. What? She's like, hey, hang on. I've just introduced her. So Mama Weidman, bring her, and Mama Brawley, bring her. They would have a great time. So we don't have snow right now. Man-made snow is what they're probably doing at this point. I believe they should have started already because we have, cold enough temperatures. We are in the 30s now. We were in the upper 20s this morning. So in the low 30s, some of you in the outlying areas might still be in the upper 20s. Today's high, sunshine and clouds, and about 43. We're going to stay in the low to mid 40s. Today, I saw all the way through Sunday. The meteorologists are saying, though, there's a possibility of snow coming in Friday night into Saturday. It could be rain. It could be snow. We'll be keeping an eye on this weather system that's moving into the Northeast, and we'll let you know more. Okay, so Tina, hi, Tina. That's one of my cousins. She's married to my cousin, actually. She said, can I get a box to the Lindbergh School District? How does that work?
Yeah, so you can just talk to the principal and ask if you can set up a donation site just for them to collect shoes from all the students.
See, I told you.
Provide posters and
Providing yep, they can get the posters, letters, and things out to you. Let's see. Jim's going to be so happy. Yes, he will, to get the shoes out of the house. Thanks for the motivation to go through my shoes and know where they will go to. I mean, seriously, that's true. Who else? Let's go skiing. I meant. Okay, your mom says she's a snow hater. Let's see. On a side note, Monica loved the nails. Well, I'm getting ready to change them. This was my Christmas nails for all of you. They got a little too long, though. I can't type. I can't text. When I open up the store in the morning and I put the code in, I almost can't get the code fast enough before the alarm goes off. The alarm did go off once because I couldn't get it. So thank you, but I will be changing them to my winter nails. Jenny said I heard Aunt Monica was taking her. Okay, I now have 2 more nieces. Terry shared the video. That's what we need you to do. Okay, Tina said, awesome. Thank you for the Lindbergh. Kristen Halmasek, I forget how to say it. Halmachek. Hi, Brawley family. You are awesome. She watches our show on a regular basis.
Deerbergs is another.
Oh, yeah. Deerbergs helped us
with the bags.
Yeah, with the bags for tying on doors. Deerbergs donated a huge box of 1,000 or 1,600 bags.
Through the bins of recycled bags.
Awesome.
So many, and Kristen works with Deerbergs.
Kristen, thank you. See, that's what I'm saying. It's all about who do we know, networking, remembering this show. Actually, over the next couple weeks, several weeks, months, you might be like, oh my gosh, I remember watching this show, and maybe you reach out to me. I've got my email address crawling on the bottom right now, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. If maybe weeks down the road, you come back and you forget the name of the organization, you forget how you can help pay it forward, just reach out to me. I'll pass it along. Terry says, no snow, please, until next Monday. We need to take down our Christmas lights on January 6th, which is the Epiphany, King's Day, small Christmas, little Christmas. A lot of people call it many things. 25,000 lights. That's what they put up. I know we didn't get a chance to go by her house and see them yet, unless we can this weekend. Maybe we'll run by this weekend. These young girls have a future as a talk show host. I know, Sandy. So here's the thing. We were talking beforehand, and she's like asking different things, and I was like, let me just tell you, we're not going to go into all that. We're just going to sit down and talk. And it's in all my 30 years, this is the easiest way to get across a great interview, because it really is just talking.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people watching, but I think this setup that we have here has made it a little bit easier. In my TV days, they would put the camera on the shoulder and the bright light would be in your face. And I've watched everybody and they would go, get that out of my face. Or the microphone that's just shoved in your face and you're not expecting it. And then all of a sudden you forget everything you wanted to say. I used to call it the white knuckle syndrome, because they would come in and their knuckles would get so white because they would be so scared. But isn't it easy, right?
Yeah.
It's fun. We're just talking together. We're some girlfriends. We're aunts and nieces having a good time together. Happy New Year to you as well. So one more time, it's called Soles for Souls. It's the soles of your shoes, SOLES, for Souls, SOULS. And Michelle has regularly been dropping the link in for you. Thank you, Michelle. We couldn't do this show without Michelle. She's a sweetheart. She is one of my best friends. And so she moderates, she handles our website. It's a team that truly steps up and helps out. So we're going to find donation sites. Hopefully we'll have a ton of businesses that step up. Moving, I can't say this enough. If you have a moving truck, you know someone who has a moving company, or I really think they could really help out and have these empty storage units that people are not renting right now, that they could store some of these temporarily. And then in the ideal world, it would be a warehouse space from an annual basis. Any other things on your wish list that you would hope, as you grow and grow and grow beyond your 6th year, that you would really like to see?
I mean, I really just want to see it get out to more people, and like, I really one year want to collect like 10,000 in 1 year. Like, I just want to keep getting more and more.
You will, because we had a young girl on and she started this little business in 1 year and it just kept growing. Her parents actually own a fireworks stand right at 141 and 21, and she set up this lemonade stand next to it, and she was raising money for a cancer organization. Oh, wow. And it just kept, people look forward to it. So then she was like, I have regular lemonade and now we have pink lemonade. And so it would change, and everyone got to a point where they knew she was going to do it. And so they would come and they would actually spend more money there really than they probably would at the fireworks. Wow, and so amazing. She's been able to give more and more, but it's about, as we're doing here, getting the word out, yes. Right? And that's what matters. You'll absolutely do it. Don't you think? Don't you all agree? Say yes, 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 yes. We know 10,000 is right around the corner for her, but we want to get more kids involved as well. So I'll let them do it separately. What kind of message would you want to get around to the parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles that are going to say, hey, did you see these young girls that are doing this? I think you should get involved as well. What would you say to them to open up their hearts and help?
It's really just fulfilling, and it's really not that much work. Like, it's just, all you have to do is come and type some bags or tell people about it, or look in your closet, find some shoes.
Sydney?
I would say it's also like, it's so nice just to get out, and also like if you're looking for service hours, it's such like a nice, you can make friends while you're doing it too, like that's really fun. And it's a nice way to get that done and see other people in your community. Right.
So when you're getting the shoes and you are tying up the bags, is there a day that you're choosing where everybody gets together and it's like one big day?
No, there's a lot of like a bunch of days, and so we have like, throughout the 3 to 4 months, we have multiple days where people can pick what days they can come, what works best for them, and when we go around and stuff.
So I went to the website last night and I saw many aspects of where this is helping, and one of them was empowering women. So do you know about that? Or Kelly, do you want to step back in and talk about that?
Sure.
Yeah, let's have Mama come back in, because that really stood out to me. And I was like, oh, I love this. What part is that?
Well, basically, one of the things Souls for Souls does is takes the shoes and sends them to other countries. Mm-hmm. Their goal is giving women their own business, basically. So creating female entrepreneurs, so empowering them to take care of themselves, not have to rely on anyone, be able to raise their families by creating their own business, where they are now selling shoes that were donated to them for in areas where people might not otherwise be able to even afford shoes.
And so I know we asked earlier, people were asking, are they gently used? Are they new? The reason why we don't want them to be dilapidated and ripping apart is that these are actually going to someone to possibly use.
Yes.
If though they needed to, they're not turning them into anything, right? They're not recycling them, because I know there's some organizations that do that. Right. All right. So they need to be used.
They do need to be in wearable, decent conditions. So.
And we're talking about an organization that's in Tennessee, but then they're spreading it out and helping impoverished areas, right?
As well as the U.S., everywhere.
So it's in other countries and the United States.
How many countries?
192 countries
What?
has reached out to. Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah. Thank you to Souls for Souls for starting this in the first place. And I'm so glad that you were able to find out about them because, again, she was originally working with an organization here in St. Louis, and then it became, wow, they're gone, and you didn't want to end it. Your heart was so filled up that you knew that is this going to be a part of your life always?
Oh, yes.
Always. And you?
Yeah, probably.
And you?
I'm stuck with this one, so yes.
How does Uncle Todd help out when he comes in town?
He hooks us up with
no,
his best friend.
Bring some shoes in next time you come, Todd. Let's see. Yes, see, people are saying yes, because I just said, are they going to be able to get 10,000? Yes, they will. Wish list. Okay, so Michelle just put that in there again, just to kind of reiterate what we've been talking. If you're just tuning in and you've missed the first 50 minutes of the show, we need warehouse space, transportation, more volunteers, more donation drop-off locations. Financial donations are going to help as well. Julie just asked, where do the shoes go? There you go. Churches. Oh, yeah. Yes. Jenny, you're so smart. Mom's smart. Churches are a great collection site. That is so very true. Grocery stores, if you can help, I usually have to ask, but since you have an in with Deerbird. So now we're going to do the rivalry of school districts, and how about the rivalry of grocery stores? Let's do that. So Schnucks, Deerbergs, Aldi's, Shop and Save, Fresh Time. How about all of you help out? I just want to get this bigger and bigger and bigger so that we can continue to help them of what they do as well. Good morning, Bill. Yes, you can. School challenges are the best. They are so competitive. I know. Yeah. Aren't you glad I thought of that? Last year, we had so many neighbors who also bought new shoes to donate with their gently used ones. Okay, that's a great idea. Yes. So as you're going and you need something for the kids, pick up something else. It's kind of like when we have the Christmas tree and we pull something off the tree because we're helping out some other families. Same thing. Pick up something else. That way it's brand new. And then say, hey, I've got the shoes here at my house, and then brand new ones as well. If you got gift cards maybe, and you're saying, well, this is for me, but your heart opens up, because we really have to count our blessings, don't we, girls? Mm-hmm. You think about what you have, and then you realize the amount of need in our world of people your age. I mean, can you imagine, how old are you? You're same age as her? So 15? Mm-hmm. Almost driving, Mom. I know. Well, they are, but not legally yet. Permit. Don't say that. No, I mean like permit. On a permit. Sorry. It's legal. Where did this show just go? Not on their own. Permit-wise, right? Permit drivers, with you in the car. Yes. Or with Aunt Monica in the car going to Hidden Valley. So, yes, they are 15 years old, and they already understand what it means to be philanthropic. They understand what it means to kind of be your own entrepreneur. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be an FBI agent.
What? All right.
It makes so much sense. I want to be a neonatologist.
Whoa, wait, what?
It's a doctor that works in like the NICU, which is like ICU, right? But for
neonatal,
yes. Babies that are like premature, or like sometimes they'll have a surgery and they'll get sick and they'll come back, and they basically like know everything about like the stages of going from like a baby being in their mother's womb to transitioning to living on their own, and sometimes that's hard, so they manage that transition.
And so what is it called again?
Neonatologist.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, that's yes. Neonatologist. So you realize that's a lot of schooling, right?
Yes.
You're okay with that?
Yes.
Wow, Mom, Jenny, and Kelly, these are two smart girls that I think are going to go very, very far. Don't you think so as well? I need to get Max to volunteer with these cute, smart, big-hearted girls. Yeah, I was just going to say we could hook them up. Are you dating? Now I got them quiet. I knew that would happen. All right. So we're looking. The cheeks are getting red. She's got a cute boy for her son, by the way.
I got this.
That's all you need.
And this one's going to be a doctor. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to give you everything you need as we do our final wrap up of Souls for Souls, how you can get involved, and again, how your heart can open up and feel so great when you do what you're going to do, because I know you will. I know they have big hearts. I can't wait. I think this is going to be your biggest year. Cross our fingers, but I think so. We'll have more with DeLaney and Kelly and Sydney and Monica when we return. Invita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Invita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Invita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Invita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online invitahealthandwellness.com. Welcome back. We're just laughing at the break. It's the Real Monica Adams show, and it's all about being real and being authentic. So as we went into the break, we were like, hold on a second. She does have a boyfriend. So Nolan, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to put So Nolan goes to school with you?
Yes.
How long have you two been dating?
Not very long. We were friends, and then we started dating like December.
So it's fairly new.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope it works, but if it doesn't, just let us know because I love to match
wow.
make. But DeLaney is available, but Kelly says no, not yet.
Okay.
She's like, wait a minute, Monica. Okay, we're having a little fun with this. Once again, these girls have huge hearts and they are giving and giving and giving and want to have you join them. So if you want to, one, help them out, volunteer, tie the bags up, collect the shoes, get the letters out, find donation spots, host sites, things like that. That's one opportunity. All of you that you have the financial means, maybe give a financial donation so they can continue to do what they're doing. If you have a business where you can be a host site, that would be incredible. If you have, as these trucks go by, and it makes me think of it, you have a big moving truck, someone who owns a moving company, maybe they have a storage unit company, you have someone who has a warehouse that there's an empty area that they could use on an annual basis. We want them to be able to collect the most shoes they've ever collected. And one more time, look at these pictures. We're talking about wanting to have 10,000 collected in 1 year. And there's those letters that you're going to see to go out to say, hey, we need your help. We need your assistance. If you find that on your door, do you put them on the doors or?
Yes.
Yeah. Or I don't know if you maybe put it in the mailbox. Just make sure that you have a day that weather is cooperating with you, because I always see these, blue bags that go out by the scouts, and then all of a sudden they're flying around the neighborhood. And I was like, oh, they don't even know that they're doing this. So yeah, watch out for those days. But look at all these girls and boys that have played a part in this. And then hopefully parents, grandparents, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, all of us, business owners, this is your opportunity to really make a difference in the world and help out impoverished areas in the United States, in other countries, to empower women to start their own business. I mean, that's what this is all about. I know you will feel better about yourself as you help the world. So it's Souls for Souls, and Michelle's been dropping that link for you several times. All right, I am going to train a couple more clients today, and then on my list, and you think I'm kidding, but on my list it says go through your closet and go through your go through your cabinets and go through everything and organize. And then you'll be hearing from me, and I'll let you all know as well just how many shoes have been sitting there waiting for you. But now I know that's the reason why. I literally asked Jim the other day, where should we send all this to? And he's like, and then I was like, oh, Souls for Souls, at least from the shoe standpoint. The clothes, I'll have to find out. If any of you have other organizations besides Goodwill that you would like me to give to. I used to give to St. Vincent, which down into the city. My mom's a big fan of giving to that parish. If you all have an organization you'd like me to give clothes to, let me know for that. Anybody else? Let's see. Let's do a mobile Monica collecting shoes. I know. I already thought about that, Michelle. I was thinking you're definitely going to get help from me and probably Michelle as well. Anybody else from my team. So the biggest part of the day that you need help with, call Aunt Monica. Okay? And then we'll celebrate afterwards at Hidden Valley. Does that sound like a deal? Yes. Yeah, I got them excited. Jenny, such a great show today. I love that you're helping share their mission today. I'm off to work. Mama, go. Make some money.
Hi, Jen.
Have a good one. Hey, Monica, maybe the Wednesday Breakfast Club kids could help. Yeah, I don't know about them, but please, I mean, this is it. This is all about you passing it along and letting everybody know. So one more time, as you'll see here, please share and like and follow our live stream 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. Now I need you all to tell your friends to watch this show.
I will.
They don't necessarily have to watch at 7 a.m. because you're probably off at school.
Yes.
But later on Facebook and on YouTube, I need to reach your generation because this is where it starts, right? And I have so many younger people that are telling me, I love your show. This is what it's about. No negativity. You don't need to turn on the news. And tell your parents to stop turning on the news as well, because it's a bad way to start the
Yeah,
day.
come on.
Tina says Barnes ER needs clothes for those coming in who don't have anything to go home in. All right, Tina, do me a favor. Reach out to me and let me know the best way that I can do that. Do I give that to you, or how does that, just let me know how it works. Girls, thank you so much.
Thank you.
DeLaney Brawley, Kelly Brawley, and Sydney Weidman have been my guests. The organization, one more time, is called Souls for Souls. And you know, when we are in studio, we always end the show with a devotional. And I'm just going to say that there's nothing more fulfilling than opening up your heart and helping those in need. To understand that there are so many blessings in your life, and sometimes they're hidden because you haven't been looking for them. And the blessings start with family, friendships. Realize that the people who choose to spend their life with you, that's a blessing in and of itself. Understand that and open up your hearts a little bit more and understand that just a simple word of kindness goes a long, long way. So I say this each and every show. She wants to be a doctor. She wants to be an FBI agent. When I wanted to be a doctor as well. I wanted to be a pediatrician. I love children, if you can't tell. Never was blessed with my own, but it's all the people who I come in contact with that I feel like, oh, I can be their aunt. I can be their adopted aunt. So it's about knowing that you truly can take on the world. Be anything that you ever want to be. Don't give up on yourself. Dream big. Open up your heart. And the biggest thing I always say is, there's 2 words, ladies, and I want you to start spreading this. Be kind. That's it. God bless you all and have a wonderful day. Bye.